So here at Global Squad, what we do is we teach our players to turn their feet and turn their shoulders at an angle when they're shooting the basketball. We don't want them to square up, and the reason for that is if you square up to the hoop, your elbow is naturally going to be out to the side. So in order to get that elbow in, you actually have to twist your upper body. It creates a lot of tension. So instead of doing that, what I tell my players to do is imagine the hoop is at 12 o'clock. If you're right-handed, I want you to turn between 10 and 11. That way your elbow is naturally pointing directly at the rim when you bring your arm up. It's very similar to if you're throwing darts. Dart throwers turn at an angle. When you're shooting a basketball, we are throwing darts, but it's up in the air. So when you're a left-handed player, you want to turn the opposite way. A right-handed player is going to be turned between 10 and 11. A left-handed player is going to be turned between 1 and 2. That way their left hand is up, directly in line with the hoop.
Okay, so the third part of our shooting form we're going to work on today is the dip. Okay, the dip is used for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is it gives you a little bit of rhythm and momentum with your shot, and the second reason is it gives you a little more power. So the further away you are from the rim, the more you're going to have to dip. Now, there's a certain way we want our players to dip, but there's not one special way to dip. Okay, we're going to go through a couple of examples. One way you want to dip is you want to make sure you catch the ball and you're going down below your waist. Okay, so we step. I'm getting the ball and I'm coming down below my waist before I go up for the shot, okay? So we're going in fast motion, it's a catch, dip, going up into that shot, okay? Now, everyone doesn't have to dip that much every single time. Everyone has a different style of shooting. No person shoots exactly like another person. So sometimes you might catch and have a smaller dip, okay? So if I step, I might only dip it to right here. As long as I catch the ball one spot and bring the ball down a little bit, keep the ball in motion, that's a good dip. Now, another thing that we have with our younger players is we have a lot of players who are very stiff with their dipping, okay? So we catch the ball and we stop and then we dip. That's not how we want to do this, okay? That way we're losing all the power in our legs and we're losing all the rhythm in our shots. We want to make sure that when we're catching, dipping at the same time as the catch and going directly up into our shot if we're going to take a shot. That's how we're supposed to dip.
So the last part of our shooting technique is what's called the sweep and sway. And what you're going to do for this is you're going to sweep your feet forward, and what that motion is going to force you to do is it's going to cause your shoulders to naturally sway back. You're not pushing your shoulders back because you don't want to have any momentum going away from the basket. So what this motion is right here, after you hop, turn, and dip, you're going to sweep your feet and your shoulders naturally go back. The sweeping motion gives you power and range, and your shoulders going back allows you to put additional arc on the basketball.